Hello and welcome you once again in this new session of history, and today's topic is foundation of British Empire. Now let's start with the lesson. The European traders started coming to India to shore primarily for trading in India. Especially they came India for the trading of the spices. And for about 200 years they competed among themselves for monopolizing trade with the India, but their objective changed after the decline of Mughal period. So when in the 15th century, when European came to India, they used to make them monopolizing. They trade spices here from India, but after the decline of the Mughal Empire, they started to make their colonize in India. The most prominent European trader was the Portuguese in India. India's sea-borne trade with the European countries fell into the hands of the Arabs in the 7th century AD. It was the Vasco da Gama in 1498. He came to Calicut, and this Portuguese navigator helped in establishing direct trade between India and Europe. So Vasco da Gama in 1498 he came to India. He was a Portuguese. He came to Calicut. He first came to Calicut, and then he made a direct trade between India and Europe. He managed to set up the factories in Calicut and Cochin. On his return, Alfonso de Albuquerque, he came to India on 1509. So after Vasco da Gama, he returned back to Portugal. After him on 1509, Alfonso de Albuquerque, he came to Calicut. He is regarded as the real founder of the Portuguese Empire in India, and he captured Goa from the Sultan of Bijapur and made the headquarters of the Portuguese in India. He consolidated the Portuguese sea power by setting naval bases. Under his succession, the Portuguese occupied Diu, Daman, Salsette, Bassein, Mumbai, Saint-Thome near Madras, and Hooghly in Bengal. And in 1739, the Maratha captured Salsette, Bassein, leaving only Goa and Daman and Diu for the Portuguese. Then the second European traders were the Dutch in India. The United East India Company of the Netherlands was formed in 1602 with the power not only to carry out trade but also to colonize. So in 1602, United East India Company of Netherlands was formed. Its main power was not only to trade with the India but also to make the colony in India. The lucrative trade in cotton goods made Dutch turn to the west coast of India. They gradually replaced the Portuguese in this region, and they established the factory at Surat and made Nagapattinam on the Coromandel coast their headquarters. In India, the Dutch established factories in Chinsura, Kasim Bazar, and Baranagar in Bengal, Patna in Bihar, and Balasore in Odisha. So, the United East India Company of Netherlands, it was formed in 1602. Their main aim was not only to make the trade between India, but also they want to make colony. So when they came to India, they saw that the there is an major growth of the cotton industries. So they started to establish the industries in India, but before that, they overthrew the Portuguese. They established factories at Surat, and they made Nagapattinam on the Coromandel coast their headquarters. In East India, Eastern India, the Dutch established their factories at Chinsura, Kasim Bazar and Badanagar, it is in Bengal, Patna in Bihar and Balasore in Orissa. Though they were very strong, but they were defeated by the British in Bedora in 1759, and they also lost Nagapattinam, and they ultimately they left India, and now two prominent European companies, East India Company of Britain and French East India Company, only emerged in India. The East India Company of Britain. The Company of Merchants of London trading into East Indies. This was the original name of East India Company. So, the Company of Merchants, many merchants of London, they used to trade into the East Indies. It was the original name of East India Company. East India Company of Britain, it was founded by the group of English merchants. A group of English merchants, they established a company. Its name was East India Company, and it was formed on 31st of December 1600 by Queen Elizabeth I of England. She gave a royal charter to this company to trade with the countries in East, and in 1615 Sir Thomas Roe, the emissary of King James I of England, secured the permission from Mughal Emperor Jahangir to set a factory at Surat. So when they came here, it was Sir Thomas Roe. He was the emissary of King James I of England, and he got a permission from Jahangir to set a factory in Surat. Presidencies, or you can say the provinces. For over 200 years, the East India Company served the British interest in India. In the process, it emerged as a powerful political and military force to fill the vacuum created by the decline of the Mughals. And in the three main trading settlement, they made a three province. It was the Bombay, now Mumbai, Madras, now Chennai, and Calcutta is now Kolkata, and developed into a presidents, or you can say the province of the British Empire in India. They made their three headquarters. One, it was the Bombay, Madras and Calcutta as the province or presidencies. The trading outpost of the Madras set up in 1639 grew in the Madras Presidency, which was called the Presidency of Fort St. George. And in 1668, King Charles II of England leased Bombay to East India Company at an annual of £10. And in 1687, the company moved their headquarters from Surat to Mumbai, called a Bombay Castle or a Bombay Presidency. Job Charnock, who was the administrator of English East India Company, he set up a trading settlement in Bengal. Job Charnock, he was an administrator in the East India Company. He moved towards the Bengal, and there was a place, the name of the place was Calcutta. This settlement developed into the Bengal Presidency or the Presidency of Fort William. So these were the three presidencies. Bombay 1687, after the Anglo-Maratha War it was established. Madras 1639, after the Carnatic and the Anglo-Mysore War. And 1690 it was the Bengal, after the Battle of Plassey and the Buxar and Anglo-Maratha War. The last European company was the French East India Company. The French name of the French East India Company was Francaise Compagnie des Indes. This company was founded in 1664 to compete with the British and the Dutch East India Company, and by 1790 the French East India Company had established itself in India. It is expand its company with the allies of some southern Indian rulers. They expand their company in the southern parts of India, where the French company also, but they failed to maintain its financial position, and it was abolished in 1769. Nonetheless, several Indian trading ports, including Pondicherry, now Puducherry, and Chandannagar, remained with the French till 1954. So that's all for today's session. In this session, we have read about the Portuguese in India, how Vasco da Gama came to India. He set up his factory in Calicut. Then he returned. Then Alfonso de Albuquerque, he came to Calicut. He made this his headquarter. Then he moved towards to Daman, Diu, Salsette, Bassein, Mumbai. The second one was the Dutch in India. They captured Chinsura, Kasim Bazar, Baranagar, Patna, Balasore, along with the factories in Surat. Third one was the East India Company of Britain, which was being made by some of the merchants, British merchants. They formed a company on 31st of December 1600, where Queen Elizabeth I of England granted a royal charter to this company. They made the presidencies. Three presidencies were the Bombay, Madras and Bengal, and the last one was the French East India Company. So hope all of you have understand this lesson. We will once again meet in our next session with the same chapter. We will start with the Carnatic Wars. Till then, read this lesson and follow this video. Have a nice day and take care of your health.